Okay, welcome everybody to Tarot Academy here at Buddha Belly Records every first and third Wednesday. My name is Jonathan Maldonado. I've been teaching tarot here for a little over a year now. I've been involved in a lot of different mystical and magical orders for over 8 years. So we like to start off by just going around the room. Even if you've been here before, just introduce yourself. What have you got out of tarot classes so far? Why do you keep coming? And let's start with you.
Hi, so my name is James, and I've been coming practically since he started these classes. And I gotta say, the reason why I keep coming is because he goes over such great detail on the intricacies of every tarot card, and it just paints a new picture every day. Even if it's a repeat, like there's a new story behind it.
Very good. Thank you. Welcome.
I'm Sophia. I came the last time.
Oh, you did? Okay, great.
I felt like I got a good reading out of it, and I also thought the meditation was really cool.
Oh, you like the meditation too? Great. Excellent.
I'm Josh.
How's it going, Josh?
Good. I came last time. I thought it was really good.
Nice.
The details, and how every card has such significance in it.
Yeah.
It's not just a picture. There's more within the picture.
That's right. Welcome
So,
back. Yeah.
I like the detail that you provided, and then the meditation at the end. It's
Very good.
Visionary with the sound bowl.
Oh, good. Excellent.
I'm Christina. I've never been here before, and I'm just drawn to it. There's something more to this world, and I'm trying to figure it out.
Okay, nice. A seeker. All right. Very good.
Oh, sorry, they just texted
It's
me.
okay.
We're like waiting on like 2 or 3 more people. My name's Mike. I'm the owner of Buddha Belly Records. Tarot has been something I always was just drawn to for years and years and years and years, and I always just wanted to learn more and more like about it, and I knew it was so complex. So doing this shop was always something that I had in mind, so I always wanted to like learn it, teach it. Super grateful for Jonathan to like assist, and it's awesome. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Okay, so let's start. So last class we did, if anyone remembers, it was equinox. So it was like a transition from what? Winter to spring, right? From Pisces to Aries, yeah. So now we're in the sign of Aries. So the title is Aries Season, the Emperor, and the Tower. So this is an interactive class, okay? There's no wrong answer. You can ask questions too as well. The main thing is we're all learning together. I know nothing. That's how I keep my mind open to keep learning, okay? So right off the bat, I like to ask questions. So how do these cards, or who knows which card here connects to Aries?
Emperor?
Okay, how do you, what tells you that?
It's just the way that he's sitting with his with this. It's kind of like an ankh almost, and then the colors tell me Aries almost.
Okay,
But what says Aries specifically is the 2 rings.
there we go. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, so all the other stuff you're talking about, it's like deeper and explains behind the energies of Aries, but Aries, basically it's a ram, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's a symbol, that's a glyph for the zodiac sign Aries. Now, does anyone know how does the tower connect to Aries?
I see fire.
Okay, see fire?
There you go.
Right, yeah.
Chaos.
Okay, chaos,
Chaotic energy.
chaotic energy. So you're saying that chaotic energy connects to Aries?
In a way, I feel like Aries is connected to almost like delusional, like just
Really?
being delusional. I've
Okay.
always like associated that.
Interesting. Very interesting. Anyone else know something more concrete, something more planetary on how this card connects to this card?
Is it Mars with the red?
Yeah, why?
I just know Mars is red, so whenever I see red now on like tarot, I just automatically assume, like if it's a lot of red, I assume that Mars is involved.
So, okay, so but how is Mars connected to Aries?
Is it ruled by it?
There we go,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So basically when we do the first like class based on the season, I always like to put the card that connects to the zodiac season, right? And then the card that is the planetary energy that rules that. So we kind of understand these energies, because tarot, besides doing divinations and finding out or getting confirmations or different readings, tarot represents the energies, behind basically the whole universe. So this represents like the zodiacal energy of Aries and what that all represents. Does anyone know what body part Aries rules? Not you. You know, so not you. Anyone, the new people that just the second or first time that you guys answer
I
it?
don't know much about Aries.
It's okay.
It's definitely
I was gonna say pelvis.
roots.
What's the glyph that represents Aries? Let's figure this out. So it's
ram.
the ram.
Right.
All right. So you ever heard of what does a ram do? When you think of a ram, right? It's what? With its
Like force.
with its head, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So the ram,
Yeah.
Aries rules the head.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, and then it further alludes to that because this is the emperor, right? And he's a ruler,
Yeah.
right? So, and you have to really be competent enough, or you just birthright, but to be a ruler. Usually, emperors are people that taken over many different areas.
Right.
King might be just his kingdom, but an emperor, he has a whole empire. So basically, this card and Aries energy is about rulership, but understanding that energy rules your head. And then the planet is Mars. So Mars is all about what? Mars is the god of war. Anyone know what metal connects to Mars?
Iron.
Iron. So think about this too. What's your blood made out of? Iron. And what color is your blood?
Ding, ding, ding.
Right? See how it all connects?
That's really cool.
Yeah. So go ahead. Anything else we see that sticks out to you guys?
The fact that his left knee is exposed.
Okay. What is that? Yeah. What do you, if you could say it, what is that like?
I don't know how I would put it into words necessarily.
Okay.
But it essentially, it's like the charge that he's making. Like it says very much like he's getting ready to like go into take lead, so to speak.
Okay.
And another thing I noticed, interestingly enough, just mere observation, is the top of the tower. It looks like a bell, almost.
This right here,
Yeah.
this is a crown.
Looks like a crown.
Oh, okay.
So now, if anyone knows Kabbalah, right? Something I'll mention a lot, right? Because if you look at tarot cards, so if you look at this card right here, this is the 10 of Pentacles. It's actually shaped in the glyph of the Tree of Life.
Yeah.
So the Kabbalah Tree of Life is 10 spheres,
Yeah.
right? And this is the emanation of God and of consciousness, right? The mind of God, they say. So it's actually called the lightning flash. So if you look at it, look, this is the tower. It's hit by a lightning flash. This lightning flash is actually the same shape as it goes down the Tree of Life, and then it goes down like that. So, yeah. So there's further allusions to that there, and then you see little like, it's not as distinct here, but in some decks it has like little like yod. Yod is like a Hebrew letter.
I can see it.
It means the hand of God.
Yeah.
So it's like the tower is all about like flashes of maybe insight, but flashes of insight that like break down your belief system. That's why you see the male and female falling. These two. Anyone know who they represent or what they represent?
Is it the feminine and masculine? Or no?
Wait, male and female?
Yeah, no?
Yeah, I was gonna say something similar.
That's good. That's good.
I mean,
What
Adam
else?
and
Are they supposed to be
Eve,
specific
or-
characters?
Yeah. So okay. So yeah. It could be Adam and Eve. So Adam and Eve, represents like divine masculine, divine feminine, right? On that scale. But think of a tower as like stuff you've built up, like wrong impressions or different things that you built up. You're in your tower. So the female and male actually represent the conscious mind and your subconscious mind.
Nice.
Yeah, because sometimes the lightning flash from God has to kind of break those down. Because a lot of the times, if your conscious mind looks at stuff and it inputs into the subconscious mind. But a lot of the times you don't get your goals or reach your dreams because they're not really on the same page. Your behaviors, or unconscious behaviors are telling you something else. But your conscious mind says you want to do this. So it's all about what you input into it. What else do we see? Anything else stick out on these two cards?
He's holding something on his right hand.
Who?
The Emperor. I can't make no the left hand. Sorry.
Left hand?
Yeah, of the right. He's holding something, but I can't.
It's hard to tell, but usually they hold it. Like if you ever see like a coronation
it looks like a flag.
of a king, like some of the I think one of the queens has it. The empress might have it. Basically, it's like there's a scepter of power, and then there's another thing that shows it's like a sphere with a cross up top. That's just it's a royal symbol. Like it shows that they have dominion over their land, their area. So if you ever research some pictures of kings and queens, especially Elizabeth I, those are two items that they give it.
It's like an orb with.
Yes.
I know.
Yes. Yep.
I just noticed that the emperor is wearing a crown, and the tower, the crown is like knocked off. I don't know if it's similar in a sense, or if it both connects to like Aries somehow.
Yeah, because think about it, if Aries is ruled by Mars, right, and Mars is also the tower, so sometimes that Mars energy, that energy of willpower, it could be disruptive, right? God of war. War could be disruptive. War, if there's war, there's no peace, right?
Right. Knocks off your power, your crown.
Yeah. So it's like understanding how to really learn how to use your willpower for something positive, but sometimes you need to break down your tower of false illusions of things you've built up on how things are, why things are, because a lot of us have that.
It was just something I saw that was like doors are going to open, but
Mhm.
don't necessarily go through. Like for Aries, it was just like a generalization.
Okay.
So that was a little bit of what, like, pay attention to the doors that are opening, but they're not all for you type of thing. So that's kind of how I gathered, like, just chill and...
With like Aries in general, you're saying?
Yeah. Like
Okay.
with with this season.
Yeah, so Aries is like, it's all about the start of like the zodiac year.
Yeah.
So in some groups, the year really begins in Aries.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is like when it comes to like different Rosicrucian groups or all mystical groups, that's when the year starts. That's when the new year is, and they do a lot of their rituals based on the zodiac season.
Right.
Because basically, Aries represents like your consciousness reincarnating.
Right.
So it's like the I am part. Yeah. All right. Anything else on these two cards?
No, I just see the rams on the chair on the
Yeah.
top. And,
Yeah, right? Up here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, very good.
3 windows.
Let's see if it works.
Different on one of them.
Let me see if it lets me go to the next one. Give me 1 second. Okay. There we go. Okay, so let's talk about the zodiac sign Aries. So people understand. The dates is March 21st to April 19th, okay? It's element of this is fire. So Aries is a fire sign, but Aries is a cardinal fire sign. Does anyone know what that means? So there's 3 different types of signs. There's cardinal, there's cherubic or fixed, and the last one is mutable. So cardinal means these are signs that start a season. So Aries starts the season of spring. Cancer is a cardinal sign, right? Or Leo was more, actually Cancer's right. Cancer starts summer. So these signs are about, this is fire. Like, it's not like a campfire. This is fire. This fire is burning. Yeah, it's just like a raging fire. Aries. So ruling planet Mars, okay, the symbol of the ram, as we know, it's the first house. So this is all about the self, identity, and beginnings. That's what this house is about. Overview. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, symbolizing new beginnings, action, and the spark of life. Ruled by Mars, the planet of war and energy. Aries is bold, ambitious, and not afraid to blaze trails. I don't know about you. Any Aries I know, they're like, if there's a battle, they're out there. They just run out. They don't have any swords or anything. They're just out there. They just go. They're headstrong. They just move. But they're great. There are a lot of Aries I know. They're very loyal, and they're very hard workers too as well. Could be immature sometimes, but we all can, right? So, personality traits are courageous, energetic, competitive, and confident, impatient and impulsive, right? Because they're basically the child of the zodiac. So they could be a little impatient sometimes. Some spiritual and esoteric notes I have here. In esoteric astrology, because there's exoteric astrology, that's like outwardly what we learn, the horoscopes and stuff like that. Even some stuff we're learning now, but then there's esoteric, more of the inner meanings of the zodiac. So Aries represents the divine spark of creation and the will to incarnate. It is a sign where spirit takes its first step into physical manifestation, making it a powerful archetype for rebirth and action. That's what, if you want to do any like meditations or magical rituals during this season, it's good to do things there where you want to manifest stuff, where you want to bring stuff into it and have a lot of power back in it. It's really good to start in this season. Yeah. Any questions on the zodiac sign Aries?
Where the whole
We have
New
copyright
Year's
here. No, I'm joking.
resolution come from?
From what?
Well, like the tradition of trying to manifest new things into your life.
New year, new me.
Yeah, New Year, New Me. You know, well, that's. I think it's just a common thing. Every time there's a new year,
Yeah.
we want to kind of, all right, last year's done now, new year, fresh start.
Yeah.
So we want to kind of put out good things, good intentions for it. But believe it or not, we just had yesterday, April Fool's Day, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know why they call April Fool's Day? Because it used to be New Year's.
Yeah.
Some people were fools. They didn't know back then when I think Pope Gregory, I think, changed it, right? To the Gregorian calendar, and back then there was no email, right? There was no internet, so a lot of people didn't know, so they were still celebrating it. So that's why they would call them April Fools. They're still celebrating the New Year, April 1st. Yeah.
So that's where the pranks come.
All right, now is the fun part when we get a vinyl song paired with the energy of Aries. Let's see if he gets it right this time. No joke.
I know.
He always gets it right. It's a.
I don't know any Aries, actually.
So the first thing I always think of during like Aries, or when I hear like Aries, is like they're like the children of the zodiac. So this album actually just came out a couple weeks ago. I've been playing it a lot. Stephen Marley, Bob Marley's son. It's funny because the album's called Old Soul, which is the opposite of what like Aries kind of is, because they're like children. But there is a song on it called Let the Children Play. So it's like a very childlike song, and I just figured it would fit with the whole like Aries theme. So pass it around.
Excellent. Thank you, Mike.
Got it all queued up here. It's a very mellow, chill reggae joint.
I didn't think that Bob Marley had a son.
Oh, he has a lot of songs. He's a
Let's check it out.
kid.
Yeah.
But he's my favorite though.
Oh, yeah. Like, he's my alarm.
Really?
Bob Marley.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Stephen Marley's so like underrated. Sounds just like Bob.
Oh, yeah.
James.
So his sibling,
So what?
is the brother, no, that's
Oh yeah.
Maldonado.
Yeah. Or like childlike.
Very good. It's good. I like it.
Hey.
All right, so we have a guest teacher, right? Come on up. All right, so we went around the room before introducing, so I know you guys just came in, but if you guys would like to really say, introduce yourself, and I know you guys have been coming back to the class, so why are you coming back? Why you come to the class? So, yeah, if you could, introduce yourself so they know who you are.
I'm Deja.
Hi.
I've been interested in tarot for a while, and I like coming to these classes to deepen my knowledge on the symbolism behind tarot.
I'm Daniel. Same. I'm into the symbolism and everything.
Nice.
I've become a fan of Jonathan over the years, and I'm just here to really for him. I just can't get enough.
All right. Excellent, excellent. Okay.
Can't get enough of you, bro.
All right. All right, so let's go back into it. Thank you, Mike, for playing that song. Excellent song. So, tarot key number 4 is the Emperor. We went over before. So I like to always show different variations of it too as well, so we could kind of dive into it. So some key words when you're doing a reading so you can understand, authority is one for the Emperor, stability, structure, leadership. So when you're pulling a card for someone or yourself, and you get this card, maybe it's something where they need more structure in their life. Maybe there's something about the leadership in their life. Maybe someone maybe they need to look up to or emulate, right? So it could be. It depends on the question they ask you to as well. But definitely leadership. The Emperor is all about leadership, right? Because he rules his empire. So, yep, some key phrases are take control and lead with confidence and discipline. So Aries is cardinal fire, fire that burns. So it's that like that confidence to be that ram. And rams just charge. They're not afraid. They back up right a little bit and then they just go at each other. So another key phrase is establish strong foundations through order and responsibility. To be an emperor, you have to have order. There has to be structure. And it's a huge responsibility to manage an empire and keep people happy, right? And have your laws enforced. It's like, do you want to be loved or do you want to be feared? I feel like those are the two different ways that leaders lead, right? So basically, these two cards are different artists. Anyone know that's been here before or hasn't been here before? What's the name of this deck right here?
Has or hasn't been before.
Yeah.
It's the.
So anybody then.
Oh, okay. It's the Thoth deck.
There you go.
Okay.
I didn't want to answer because I didn't want to.
So what sticks out to you guys between now comparing these two decks? Any differences, any similarities? Anything that would, meaning if you were pulling a card and would you think of the same thing? Would you think of stability and structure and leadership for this card as much as you would think for this card?
He's crossed.
Yeah.
Oh, his legs crossed?
His legs are
Oh yeah, interesting. Like me right now.
And his left knee is still out.
That's his right.
No, because if he's.
You're saying this is left knee right here?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's left.
You're stuck on the left knee tonight, man. Yeah.
Both his knees are exposed. So.
Yeah. Could be alluding to something.
And the shield is up front.
Okay.
And the lamb and the two fleur-de-lis.
Whoa. Okay. All right. Rapid fire. Oh, good. So you have the lamb.
I'm in a class.
Okay. The two right here, right? They symbolize royalty, right? We have the two rams right behind him. And then his scepter, too, has a ram on it as well.
Is that a griffin
Where?
on his
Can I
shield?
pull you back?
Right here?
A double-headed griffin?
It looks like, so if anyone knows the symbol of a double-headed eagle or phoenix, does anyone know where that symbol comes from, originates from? No one?
I don't.
Holy Roman Empire. It was used for their symbol too as well because it represented their their kingdom encompass east and west.
Didn't Greece have it too?
They might have a lot of European countries use that symbol, but the difference is that the heads are always looking to the east or to the west. These heads are
Looking at each other.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's that about?
I don't know. It's
Right?
Like self-reflection or something along those lines.
Okay, looking within.
The subconscious and the conscious mind are finally meeting. They're meeting.
I like that. Okay,
Point in the circle. right
that's
there.
wow. Very good. That's very good. What else?
I noticed the ram in the back, in the corner, top right of the Crowley deck.
These?
Yeah, kind of like blended in.
Another cool thing is that, so he switched the Hebrew letters. So each card has a Hebrew letter that connects to it. So there's 22 major cards and there's 56 minor cards because there's 22 Hebrew letters in the alphabet. So this card normally connects to the Hebrew letter Hey. Does anyone know what Hey means? Hey. So
I was gonna make a joke about a horse.
it's all right. Hey, it's okay. So do you know what Hey means?
Well, it's Yad Hey, Vad Hey, so yeah, something pertaining to that.
Okay, very good. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Hey means window.
Window.
Okay.
So it's a deeper meaning to this card. This energy is all about like that window, that
I was off.
that energy, that focus, Mars energy. It's like you're looking through a window to really manage and have stability and govern an empire. But Crowley deck, he decided to switch up some letters and he put Zadi next to it. So Zadi is totally different. I don't agree with it because Zadi is the letter that connects to the star, connects to Aquarius. But he connects it here. Why? And he shows too. He shows this lamb. This lamb, the flag, is actually the ancient symbol for the Hebrew letter Zadi. So he puts it on there too as well. Don't know why he connected with that, but Zadi means fish hook.
Zadi, yada, yada,
Yeah.
yada, yada.
Yeah. So what else do we see? Any other similarities or differences stick out to anyone?
Fish,
Looks
okay.
like a bee
Yeah.
on his.
That's why I like to connect to the star better because it's about meditation
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, makes sense.
It looks like a bug on his.
These
They're
look like
both red, too.
these look like bees.
Yeah,
Right?
like a bee.
There's a lot going on his jacket. A lot of symbolism, I'm sure.
Yeah. Then you have these two as well. I know those are some kind of symbols as well. And look, you could see the
Yeah,
the orb,
Oh,
right?
okay.
And that
Is
has
that
a
the same thing he's holding on
Yeah.
the left?
yeah. It's just
Okay.
hard to tell the cross up here, but you know what kind of cross that is up top? Anyone?
It's I know it.
Maltese cross.
Yes.
Maltese cross. So it basically has indents in it rather than like if these top points were connected, that would be like the equal arm cross, like a Knights Templar cross. This cross usually connects to some religious orders. Could be like the Knights Hospitallers or the Teutonic Knights, one of those crusading knights during the crusade times and stuff.
Nice.
Anything else?
Well, the whole card is red. I
The
don't
whole
think
card is
anybody
red.
pointed that out yet, but
Right,
the
yeah.
entire card is just red.
Has like a red.
Yeah, red. Yeah, red and orange, yellow. There's a lot of
It's like
yeah.
he was trying to just make sure that you knew that this card
Small.
red.
Yeah.
And I also recommend sometimes if you have different decks, take a card and meditate on it. See what you feel. because you can probably definitely feel different energy from this card to this card.
Yeah.
To me, this feels more structured. You know, it's like, all right, Emperor. Now this one, I'm like, oh,
This is like hot.
wild. You got like two rams behind there, like,
Yeah.
you know, like it's just,
Definitely.
it seems very like a little
Burning.
abstract, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go to tarot key number 16 and the tower. So the key words for the tower are upheaval, sudden change, revelation, and destruction. That's what the tower is about. Like, have you ever had a tower moment before? We probably all have it before, where you feel like your world just got hit and it's just falling down. Everything around you, like, oh my God, what am I going to do? It's the end of the world.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just the batteries in the remote died or something. You know, so you know you can't watch your show or something. But we all have tower moments. Some key phrases are: what was built on shaky ground must fall to reveal the truth. That's the thing too. If you build stuff on false illusions or on logical fallacies, and you expect it to last, that's why I say build stuff on solid ground. If you build it on sand, eventually it's gonna sink, right? Another phrase is sudden change clears the way for transformation and growth. So sometimes we're meant to have these tower experiences so that you could have the way cleared for growth. You have this big tower of items that really don't serve you. It's got to get knocked down so you can build something new or have a clear path to your next destination. So now, any similarities or differences we see with these two cards? To me, this card is just out of control. It's just, the energy is just like, whoa.
There's the demiurge right there.
What is a demiurge?
It's a entity known to the Gnostics, right? But yeah, it's essentially like this entity of creation. But like, I don't quote me, but it's supposedly like.
Yeah, would make sure you quote him on
Don't
this.
quote me, bro.
Yeah, write it down, everybody.
But
It's on 7 cameras, so. Yeah.
But it's supposed to be like a dark entity of creation, essentially like a reflection of reality.
Oh, okay.
And then right next to it, I see a dove, or
Yeah, it looks like a
A
dove.
reflection of
Yeah.
reality, you said?
like a reality is supposed to be like a reflection of the demiurge, so to speak, and it's like everything emanating from this demiurge is
Think of it as this:
Manifesting?
according to Gnostic mythology, the demiurge represents, like, they say, like, biblically, the God of the Old Testament was more like fire and brimstone, and like was more like jealous God. They say that was like the Gnostics believe this. I'm not saying I believe this, but the Gnostics believe that Yaldabaoth was his name, was the child of Sophia, and Sophia means wisdom. So she had a child, but incorrectly, without the Most High, meaning, you know, God, or he who has no name, and the child was Yaldabaoth, you know. And this child, they say, according to the Gnostics, enslaved us in this body, in this earth.
yes.
But since he was made by Sophia, which is the wisdom of God, that spark is in all of us. Right. So with the Gnostics, they're all about doing what you need to do to get out of this realm, right, and going to the spiritual realm. So that's what they believe this as, more of like a prison. Right. We're in a prison. That's what.
So like the tower card can also kind of be interpreted as an epiphany because everything is falling apart. So like breaking out of that realm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
and look at it too. So exactly what I told you. This card shows that. Yeah. So Yaldabaoth was basically playing like he was the Most High, but he's just there, and the Most High is watching everything. So that's what this card shows. Like, that's why it's in the back, and it's a big eye, you know, the all-seeing eye, the eye of providence.
Right. What's the bird on the left represent? Is that?
So, you ever heard the story of Noah's Ark?
Yeah.
So the
No,
bird.
I never heard of it.
Once or twice. So the story of Noah's Ark is very esoteric, and it's very Kabbalistic in nature, if you could see the symbolism in it. Well, basically, they sent out birds, and the dove right? The dove brought back, I think it was a olive branch or something, so to show them that there was land out there. But it took, I think, 40 days for it to come back. So you see this symbolism within the Bible. The number is 40. 40 days and 40 nights in the desert. The people from Israel, from Egypt, took them 40 years to get to the promised land. Right. So there's a lot of symbolism there. But this was like a promise from God that he wasn't gonna create a deluge anymore, and they would have dry land. So it's also a symbol of like peace, new beginnings, which makes sense of the tower, right? Strucks down those old ideas.
Makes room for
Yeah, makes way for new ideas, new beginning.
Are you referring to the deluge of Gihon or the giant?
This is a beginner's class here, right? I'm referring to like biblically the flood.
Oh, okay.
But if you do research, other mythologies and historical areas claim to be had a flood too as well. So it's something that's known around the world.
Oh, okay.
So what else do we see with these two cards?
The bottom right looks like a mouth.
Yeah. It's like fire coming out of the
like
mouth
coming
or
out the
something.
mouth.
That's what I thought.
Right here?
Yeah.
Oh, one.
Oh.
Right here?
Yeah.
Interesting, because does anyone know what Hebrew letter connects to this card? This is how you're going to, when you understand what it is and what you just said, it's going to make perfect sense. So the Hebrew letters on the corner here, not all tarot cards have the Hebrew letters. So the Rider-Waite deck did not have it. He just put a symbolism within the deck. Some other decks have it, so it's on this deck. So actually it's the Hebrew letter Pei. And Pei means the mouth. Yeah. So it's like, if you understand that, then that's why, this makes sense. The mouth is here. Because it's trying to show, like, the mouth is what caused this destruction.
You
You understand? Like,
I was gonna ask that. Like, is it like your words
That
could
makes sense.
cause harm?
Where's the
or-
spells?
Yeah.
yeah, it's sometimes it's not about what you put inside; it's what comes out of you.
Right.
I mean, it's what you say, what you project. What else do we see? It's hard to tell where the people are that are falling out. I think maybe it's them right here, right?
That looks like people.
But then it looks like there's multiple people, right?
Yeah.
This to me looks like an LSD trip. It's just like
yeah.
it's just like
Wild.
I
whoa.
can still make out the crown kinda. A little bit. Like you can kinda see the
Like a
little
haunted house.
little forks, like it's kind of like a crown,
Yeah.
kind of. But if you look at that red
Oh, I just noticed something.
thing right here, it looks like little gemstones around it.
What'd you notice? Oh, yeah.
So the lightning rod on the right that goes like zigzag that way. If you look at the red in the background, it just goes like that way as well. Thank you.
Are you saying here?
Yeah, like it like starts at the top left, like right there, and then it goes zigzag. You see?
Yeah.
And then just like the zigzag. Goes.
So it's basically, it's the same thing in a sense.
Right, right,
But I feel like here it's like more magnified. It's like zoomed in more.
right,
Like I think this tells you more about like what's beyond here.
right.
And I think that's what he tried to do. Like he tried to really, I think he tried to show you what a tower moment really looks like.
Right.
And this card, what it really feels like too as well.
Right.
Because this, tower moment, right? Falling. This is serious.
Yeah.
This is crazy. This is freaking Mars energy,
Yeah,
man.
this is wild.
You don't want to mess with the god of war
Yeah, yeah.
unless you're going to war.
Right. Yeah.
All right. Anything else we see?
And then on the card on the Crowley it says trumps, right? So does that represent like?
Yeah, the trumps represents the
majors.
majors.
Oh, okay.
It could be,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep. And then he also puts the sigil of Mars there. So when you're doing readings with his deck, even though his deck isn't like as similar as here, it's like very, I don't know the right word, but little could be disturbing, but he at least shows the Hebrew letter and then the whatever planetary or astrological symbol there. So you kind of know, all right, this is Mars. So it's a good deck if you're trying to really learn what the symbols are. And then, you can switch to another deck that doesn't have it and then you'll kind of know what that is. All right, so let's come to the fun part. Let's pull some cards and let's get someone in the hot seat. Okay, before I always like to show different variations. So I have the Tarot Marseille deck here. It's more of like a Renaissance deck. This is the Boda deck. This is one of the first decks I study with. They come black and white with the lessons, and then you eventually color them. So like you basically make them your own. This is another version, a Tarot Marseille deck of the Tower. And this is the Boda version of the Tower. Notice that these two have the actual Hebrew letter here. So this is the Hebrew letter Hey, which means window. Hebrew letter Pei, which means mouth.
Cool.
And it's interesting too. So it's like, where did he get that that shield? He could have got it from the idea from this deck,
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
right? So
But where did that guy get it?
and there's a lot of differences too. That like exactly, yeah, when he's on like a cube.
Oh, yeah.
The other one, Emperor, was on like a throne. So there's something to that.
Like square energy or something.
Cube and with this deck, they're all about. There's something called. Ever heard of the cube of space? So if you Google the cube of space, if you look at a 4-dimensional or 3-dimensional cube, basically every part or every line of the cube connects to a tarot card within this school of thought. It's called the cube of space. I would definitely Google it and you'll see. And so there's different decks, different cards that connect to like the midpoint, to the high point, to the northeast corner, right? The southeast corner, the south, the west, So I would definitely look into that. You had a question?
I'm gonna point it out again, but I noticed that rather than like relaxing it, this time they're standing on their left legs. And I'm like, what's with the left leg or the left, foot? And all of these cards in the Emperor, it's like he's exposing his left knee, or is he's standing on it, or
Why not like in ancient times you
Mhm.
advanced on your right, so maybe the left is staying put.
Well, when you start something, like in military, when you're marching, it's left, right, left. You always start with your left. When you're marching, like within knightly stuff,
Like
right?
he's starting something. Like it could be him starting to get up off the cube. Like he's about to stand up, maybe. You know what I mean? Like you're about to start. Possibly, I don't know.
And also, it makes the number 4. Look.
Oh yeah.
So that's another thing. It's a 4.
oh,
So,
Wow.
yeah.
There's so much. It's crazy.
well, that might be why he's standing.
All right. So who would like to go in the hot seat?
I'll get up. You go. Let's do it. We gotta get the hot fire first.
Get the hot fire going.
The sun. Oh, yeah, the sun. Get up, get up.
No, we're gonna put the sun down.
He wanted the blanket over.
I'll take a nap.
You gotta get a heated sun blanket.
I know, I do. I gotta do a lot of stuff.
Make it like toasty.
All right. So I have 2 decks here. I have the Crowley deck, a little more abstract. Or we have the world's famous Rider-Waite deck. Okay, all right. So think of like a question or something that you're going to say out loud and toot me up, joke. Just, think of like something maybe you want some clarification on, some clarity maybe. Something that it's on your mind. Maybe you need some guidance. And when you have it, meditate on it for a little bit while I attempt to shuffle these huge cards. Okay.
Like you're in deep thought.
And before we do the full reading, I want to try something different tonight. I want to pull.
Maybe next
before we do the full reading, I want to pull one card, and I want to try something different now. I wanted you to tell me kind of emotion does this card make you feel when you see it, okay? We're going to try that first. All right?
No pressure.
So pull the first, just one card for now. I just want to get a gauge on what emotion. Okay, place it over here. All right, so when you see that card, what kind of emotion do you feel? Look at it. Don't take your time. Really meditate on it.
Hope.
Ah, such an Aries. It's just like right away. Hope?
Yeah.
Why?
Because these are all like, obviously they haven't come to fruition because they're in the clouds. So it's all the possibilities
Okay.
of the future.
Okay.
Things that are all the ideas and stuff like that. Because, you know, when you think of something in like cartoon land, it's in a bubble in your head, right? So that's how I see it.
Very good.
Okay.
So, hope. So just think of that. Whatever question you have, think of that. So, hope is the emotion that we're going to run with for this, okay?
Okay.
Now, would you like 3 cards or 4 cards?
What's the difference now?
So 3 cards is more of like a past, present, and future pull. So pertaining to whatever you're looking for, we kind of go into the past of it, how it connects, the present, and the future. A 4-card pull is more of like a story within seasons. You know, so you have like the first season, second, third, and fourth, kind of like a 4-chapter or part of like the year or something. So just different 4 quarters to kind of segment it into 4. Okay, which makes sense because it's tarot key number 4. Very good, very good. All right, so let's pick 4 cards. Okay, so the first card is hope. So you still hope? Okay, very good. Second card,
Was it literally?
we have the 4 of Wands. So a lot of 4s here. Next we have the 8 of Wands. And the last one we have the Queen of Swords. So I'm going to need some volunteers to come up. If someone feels guided to do the whole reading, you can come up. If someone feels guided to do 2 cards, you can come up. So whoever would like to come up and give them a reading based on these cards, come right up.
I think James got this.
Alright, I guess. I'll take a poke at it. I'm not great with the minors.
Remember what we said before.
Oh, yeah. I am working towards progressively being better at the minors.
Just go by like you know, what you feel from what you've learned with the cards and basic understanding of what these items connect to. What do wands connect to?
What is it that one's connected again?
What do wands connect to? Fire. So what kind of signs connect to fire? Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. So you can kind of understand, you know, the energy behind that.
See, what this tells me, you know, we're doing a story, or we're doing past, present.
Past, present, just for 3 cards. Yeah, do it like a story.
So this tells me that Well, we already established that this one's hope. So the story begins with like a journey of hope and finding, like, I guess, your purpose, so to speak. And what it's saying to me is that in the beginning of whatever this journey or vision, this quest, we may call it,
Okay.
you were presented with many options, and it was giving you like a lot of hope, so to speak. But then, let's say life came along, and then there were too many, and it was a little confusing, so to speak. So you didn't really know what to do with all of it. But then now it seems like you're refining down, and you're laying out your options, so to speak. Like, if that makes sense. So that way you can be the master of the sword, and like kind of like
What do swords represent?
justice and
What else? Like what element is it?
air, right?
So what does that represent? Air represent the what?
In the head.
Yeah, in the head, yeah, intellect, right? So thoughts, right?
But that's the best I can do with this one.
Nice job. Excellent job. Excellent. All right, anybody else want to take a stab at it?
I'm not that confident yet.
It's okay. So what just from like looking at it right away, I noticed that there's a little bit of a pattern. You have blue in the background here, right? Cups, so that's like water, emotions, right? Creativity. Then you have yellow, confidence, fire, right? The sun, right? Red up here too, so that could symbolize Mars. You have two people happy, dancing. This is balance. 4. 4 is a good number for balance, right? But then we go back to some blue. We have the 8 of Wands, so that's like energy, like moving, right? They're in the air, okay? Transformation. So it's like basically it's like tells me like you're picking something. You have hope. You have all these things that are coming to you, and then it's like about narrowing it down. You need to have balance, right, to be able to have this emotion of receptivity and celebration in this card. And then the next card shows now you're using your willpower now in another balanced way, but you multiplied it because now that's 8, right? So you went from 4 to 8 wands to get to mastership of the Queen of Swords. So meaning if it's swords, it's going to connect to an Aquarius energy. It's going to connect to Libra, right? And it's going to connect to Gemini. So it's all about, balance and mastership within what you decided. So the process is all about once you pick something, you basically balance it out. You see the fruits of it, but now you gotta multiply it, right? But you're multiplying it in a balanced way, and that's why it goes from 4 to 8. And then the end game or the ending of this journey, of this story, shows mastership, the Queen of Swords. So mastership within your feminine aspects of yourself, which means your subconscious mind, right? The more caring, creative, nurturing part of you. That's what I got.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Anybody else? All right.
Someone close, someone.
Yeah.
Do you want to share, Danny, with the
So there's been like a little bit of a transformation at work with I used to work a lot of hours, a lot, like 120 hours a week, and I went all the way down to 40. So in my head, the question was, should I just rock out and continue to just depend on the job, or should I balance that and just dive all the way into the creative side and establish something else and really dive into that? Because that, yeah.
This,
But,
you can't. That's why I love tarot. It's like, nope. Yeah. Very good. Yeah. So it's telling you that that's what this is. There's hope in these different items you could, put your energy into, right? In your creative juices, creative flow. But you have to do it in a balanced way. You know, because there's a lot of things we all want to do.
Yeah.
But, you know, if you're starting a t-shirt company, it's probably not smart to start like a coffee company. Like, focus on your t-shirt company if that's what you want to do. And then maybe eventually add the coffee line to it if it even makes sense, right? All right, cool.
Thank you.
No problem.
Coffee flavored t-shirts.
There you go.
Or t-shirt flavored coffee.
That, I don't know if that would honestly.
Oh, you don't want sweaty gym socks flavored?
Yeah, so we have time probably for one more, and then I want to jump into the meditation.
You should go. It's your first time. Just come up with something in your head
If
that
you-
you're thinking about.
yeah. If you don't want to, you don't have to. You know, no pressure.
Well, I gotta think of a question too. I was trying to just.
Yeah. No pressure. You know, it's the first time. If you want to just observe, that's fine.
I'll go if no one wants to go.
I'll go. Do you want to go? Or do you want to rock, paper, scissors?
Hey.
Ladies first, right?
Yeah, no, it's good.
You want to be a knight soon? Oh, you're a knight, right? Ladies first.
All right, Deja.
There we go.
And you want to use the same deck?
Sure.
All right. Okay, so think of a question, okay? Think of something maybe you want some clarification on, some guidance, some inspiration,
A little bit of coffee.
some manifestation. You know? I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to pull the first card, and you're going to pull it, and this card is going to connect to the emotion behind what you're looking to accomplish or get some insight on. So when you're ready, let me know. Okay, so let's just pull one card for now. Okay, yeah, so just meditate on it, and whatever emotion comes to you, share it when you're ready.
I have to share it.
If you can, if you don't feel comfortable sharing, that's right.
I mean, what's this card supposed to?
Just to show you
Just your
an emotion, like I want to try to like, not try, but when we're doing readings, I want to see what emotion we get from the first card. Just pulling a card, and so we could see what type of emotion is going to drive us within the reading.
I like that.
Yeah. And the card she has is the Four of Cups too, so everybody knows.
This is what it looks like. I feel like I don't relate to the overall message of the card, but what I feel from it
Yeah.
is just that there's like this hand holding a cup is something I don't see coming is going to present itself that might just pull me out of the funk I'm in right now.
So what's the emotion that you get from that card? Oh, that makes sense. Look where he's just sitting there.
Break it
Like
down to a
he's just
word.
looking at what's in front of him, so pretty much it makes sense with the question I asked too. So I feel like I don't know what.
What does this card?
describe it as.
What does this card? No, ready? Look, what does this card make you feel? How does it make you feel?
Like relief.
Okay,
There you go.
there you go. All right, very good. Okay, that's it. That's the reading.
Okay.
You're gonna be relieved. Thanks for coming.
For $19.95. Just wait, there's more. All right, so would you like to do 3, past, present, future, or 4, or 2?
Or sex.
Can we do 3, but it doesn't have to be past, present, future, like just like the
story.
storyline?
Whose show is it?
You make
I
the
asked a
rules.
question.
Okay, we'll do 3.
Thank you.
Alright, so the first card in the past is You know what I need? I need like a Bluetooth speaker or something where I can just play like a background song, like as this, you know.
The Jeopardy.
The only problem is the whatever music it is,
Yeah.
I could get flagged when I upload stuff. So it can't be like
yeah.
I did a
Yeah.
podcast here before, and
Yeah.
we had a song playing in the background,
Yeah.
and it got flagged like it had like copyright issues and stuff. Yeah.
So annoying.
Yeah.
I have to
Yeah,
pick
it
stuff
is.
that no one heard of before.
Yeah, just be like regular background. All right, so we're doing a 3-card pull, but as a story. Okay?
Actually,
Yeah.
can you hand me that? No.
So 7 of Pentacles, the Hangman, and
Thank you.
Put a little water outlet on the bottom.
the Hierophant.
Aren't you a
So
Taurus?
who would like to do this non-past, present, future reading for her? Mike, I say you do it.
Me, really?
Yeah.
Let me see.
He's like, me really.
Do you want to like turn it over or?
Alright, so. The energy's relief, you said, right?
Emotion, yeah.
Right, the emotion behind it. So, the story is you're working really hard and you're slowly seeing results. Things are piling up. You then shift your perspective to a completely different outlook. To gain power in the long run. That's kind of what I see and feel. It's kind of like you're working really hard. Things are slowly happening. Maybe not as fast as you'd like, but they're happening. Then you have this realization to look at things from a completely different way,
There you go.
to kind of flip, like everything you believe to be a certain way, you kind of look at it a completely different way. And then that leads to like almost like a mastery.
To me, this card leads to herself because you're a Taurus, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And then,
That's-
right, and
That's
Taurus.
you're
So,
leading
like,
to your
know
true self.
yourself.
Yeah,
to
like
know yourself. Yeah.
it's interesting too because the colors are very similar and all the. You have a lot of
Right.
you have a lot of gray,
So far, yeah.
a lot of gray, and gray's a mixture. Black and white makes gray, so gray's all about it's a balanced color.
There's also a lot of yellow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pentacles.
yeah,
Sun behind the hangman.
and it's like distinct yellow. Like his shoes are yellow, yellow here.
Yeah.
It's not like like the last card had yellow in the whole background. So I feel like it's more precise. Anyone else? Anybody else? You guys want to come look at the cards too? It's probably hard to see from back there. If I could tilt them without falling.
Oh,
There you go.
Anything else strike you guys at all?
like what Mike said.
Yeah, with this earthly energy here, it looks like this connects to the Hebrew letter mem, so that's water. So there's some receptiveness there, or changing a perspective really. And then this is now back to Earth, Taurus. So that's some solid energy. But Hierophant is someone that gains wisdom from above, but from going within, and from subduing their desires and their intellect learned from the 5 senses, because there's a 5-petal lily there, and then you have the roses here. It's like your desires. So that's why they're at the feet of the Hierophant. And the Hierophant represents going within and getting that guidance from that intuition, but the higher level of intuition, pure intuition from the divine.
D, I just thought about this too. Not to like interrupt, but
No, it's good.
No, he's
looking
interrupting.
at something from a different angle. The
Yeah.
whole diet thing me and you like spoke about. You know what I mean?
Diet?
The diet thing we were talking about, like diet, like vegan.
Oh, diet, yeah.
And now you're, you know, experimenting,
Mm-hmm.
and could be the kind of shift that you may need, you know, for like grounding, mastery, you know, especially Taurus is like a grounding like energy.
Also, with like the shift in perspective, I see the hangman as like surrendering too. So like with shifting your perspective, you also need to surrender to like your current circumstances.
Yep.
And like allow things to just kind of play out, which is also like this is slow and steady progress and results. So
And would you say this is what?
surrendering.
And think about this too. Also, the hangman. If you ever see someone, people never really hang from their foot, right? This is something that's an intentional thing.
Right.
Like this is showing you, this is something that you're going to be doing of your own free will in the core.
Mm. Oh, that was good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Very good. Excellent. Let me just fix this real quick. It's really weird. Okay.
Oh, I just noticed that one made the crown really apparent in the, I don't know what that deck's called.
Anybody last call for a reading? John, we doing one more or no?
Do it.
You guys want to?
Yeah, Josh, do it.
All right, Josh. Go ahead.
Yeah? All right, great.
Right, so much stuff everywhere.
Hold on 1 second.
Just looking at all your patches on here.
All right, so same for you. You know, think of something that you maybe need some clarification on, something that's puzzling you, something that you dreaming of, or something maybe you want to create or accomplish, and meditate with it for a few. Oh, that tune is copyrighted too as well. And when you're ready, let me know. All right, so the first card is going to be the emotion that's going to be guiding you on this journey, whether you pick 3 or 4 cards, okay? So just pick one card for now.
The Fool.
Ah, the Fool. All right, so looking at that card, what emotion do you feel?
I don't know, like happy.
Okay,
Just because like the waves, he's like in the sun, kind of like bathing in it. The dog is kind of smiling.
okay. There you go.
There you go.
That's it. That's the emotion behind this reading. It's going to be happiness, okay?
Right, I know.
And would you like to do 3 cards or 4 cards?
Three. Past,
Three.
present, future.
Past, present, future. Okay. All right, it's the past. The present. Okay, in the future. Let me just flip them over. I won't do reverses, not right now. We're just going to do it. So the past card, he has the 2 of Wands, okay? The present, he has Mike's favorite card, the 2 of Pentacles. He's a juggler. And the future shows the 10 of Swords. So whoever wants to volunteer to do this reading, the person that says wow first might be the one, but no. You want to do it? Yeah, come on up.
Yes.
All right.
I'm gonna try and do it as if I don't know him, because I don't want to
There
be
you go.
biased. Right?
Okay. Don't worry, it's not a psychological experiment, so
Okay.
you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, right? Oh, kind of.
Being tested.
Okay.
There'll be scantrons at the end.
Yeah.
It just looks like the first card is like, he looks like he doesn't know where he's going because he's like looking at a globe and he's like maybe deciding. Is that a globe? What is it?
Yeah, looks like it.
Looks like a globe or a sphere or something.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like he has a lot of options in front of him. He can go anywhere. And then, and he's holding the wand, right? Because
Yeah, there's the wand in his left hand, and the sphere, like meaning it represents like maybe the world or just infinite possibilities in his right hand.
mhm. And he's holding one, so maybe that's like a. I kind of look at it like a walking stick, like it's gonna help him. I don't know.
Okay, no, like, run with it. Run with it. Sounds good.
Okay, and then the present looks like he's obviously juggling something, and then I notice like the infinity sign.
Oh, there you go. Good.
So he's juggling these infinite possibilities, maybe. Still kind of, and I see the water in the background. It looks very wavy. So things are still moving like a roller coaster.
Very good. Okay.
And like he's trying to balance, it looks like, or something. And then like I don't know, maybe the future is like, it looks pretty looks pretty rough, honestly.
Looks
There's like snap in his back.
Because remember, swords connects to like intellect and thinking. So
Right.
sometimes overthinking, right? Could
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Maybe like there's some self-sabotage. I don't know. I feel like you just gotta like, I don't know, not that you have to, or like this person in the card is like accepting defeat or something.
But the person doesn't have to necessarily be him too, as well, right?
Yeah.
He could be putting 10 swords in someone else's back. So
Yeah. Someone, something is, I don't want to say dying because that sounds like really bad. But is that blood on the floor? Like.
well, I mean, it is 10 swords in someone's back. I mean, so I mean, it's high possibility.
I feel like the swords represent besides like thinking.
Intellect, right?
Intellect. The swords connect to basically what, like air, which could be Aquarius energy or Gemini or Libra. That's balance. So
It's also like Ten of Swords, so it could be completion of a painful cycle.
Oh, that's yeah. I like
there you
that.
go. Very good.
Yeah, that's all I have to say.
Very good.
Yeah.
Excellent. Anybody else?
I'll chime in, if you don't mind.
All right.
Just like briefly, just feeling it out, just at a first glance,
Mhm.
it gave me like looking with like infinite like possibilities, right? Then you're kind of at a standstill because you're picking two things and you're choosing and you don't really know what to do, and you're kind of like weighing out the options into like, you know, like overthinking way too much, and the universe is going to pick for you, you know. So maybe a surrender, you know, like surrendering to the outcome instead of weighing both so heavily on your mind. It's just kind of what popped in a little bit.
Very good. Anyone else?
I was just gonna make an observation about the.
Oh, please do.
Kind of like what you said, where it's like juggling between, but it seems like these are two distinct forces that you have been juggling with for a very long time. And it seems like the outcome of the third card are very much determined on which way that juggle goes.
Wow, yeah.
Notice the colors too. Look at the colors difference. You have gray, you have blue. This is black, so it could be night. So there's even differences in what's going on, you know, externally on a higher level, because this represents like the universe, right? So the colors mean something in tarot, right? There we go.
So I feel like the first one, like to hold something in your hand, you made the choice, right? So you made the choice of something, whether it be opportunity or direction. You said, all right, I have it all pictured. I have the world of possibility in my hand. But you didn't give it so much attention because you were juggling everything, and that ship set sail. You missed the opportunity.
Wow, that's good.
And until you surrender to this process, it's never going to continue to, you know, happen. It's going to just continue to happen. So I see in the future you realizing that and surrendering that, and then it's just that new version of you will obtain whatever you pick.
Don't forget, the energy's happy too, right?
Yeah.
So the feeling is happy, so you know, it's going to be a happy.
Maybe in a simplest way, do what makes you happy.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, yeah. Sometimes we do things because it makes other people happy, and we're afraid to say no. I love saying no because you don't have to say yes. You don't always have to agree with people, right? You have to do what makes you happy, because no one else can make you happy, and no one else really knows what truly makes you happy. So
Especially with that last card, it being like the completion of a painful cycle, that can be what leads to your happiness. Like, so it's like, even if it hurts, like you do it, but ultimately the result of that is your happiness.
Clearing space.
Yeah,
Things have to end for new things to begin.
right back to the tower, right? Right back to the tower energy, yeah.
Can I ask you a question? Like,
Very
you
good.
have a good idea and you're trying to execute it. Do you ask a lot of people for like reassurance? Like, is this a good idea? What do you think? Or have these plans?
It depends,
And
like
then,
what
like,
it is.
Do you have a lot of support that way?
Yeah, so it really depends on what I'm doing. If it's something where it's just like something I need to do and it's not gonna like mess with anybody else's, yeah, I'll go out and do it. But it's something where like, all right, you're working on it, I'm working on it, like I'm gonna ask you. This is okay.
What if it's something brand new that you have never dealt with in life? Are you the type to seek out like advice from somebody else before you go do that thing, or will you just do it?
I'll just do it, and then if I mess up, I'm learning along the way.
There you go.
Very good.
That's also like that full card energy where that you pulled the first card.
Oh,
It's,
yeah.
Yeah.
He's like taking a leap of faith, and he's
Yeah.
like trusting his own like
Into
inner guidance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
Do you mind sharing the question, or was it personal?
No, so it was actually about work and school.
Oh, look at that.
So I have a career job, but it's not something where it's a good job,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just something I can do. I can do it for a long time, but
Yeah.
it's something I want to go to school more. So it's a career or go pursue another career.
You can never go wrong with educating yourself, because no one could ever take that away from you.
Yeah.
So I highly recommend it. I went back to school 4 years ago. I'm 40 now, and it was the best time because like I was really into it, and I took classes and items that I was really, really curious about, and I learned so much. So it's all about timing too. Sometimes, you know, fresh out of high school isn't the best time. Sometimes but I highly recommend going and finishing something that's your interest in learning, because just the journey of it and the discipline of it, it's going to change you and going to make you a better person for it. And you can be able to do whatever career, you can bring that knowledge into it. Yeah.
That was good.
All right, so we're going to take a quick 5-minute break, and then we're going to do a guided meditation. Those that want to stay for it, you're welcome to. If you can't stay too late, that's fine. But we'll take a quick 5-minute break, and then we'll jump into a meditation, okay? All right. All right.
I just seen it, and I was like, it just looked like something. And I realized
Well,
that.
no, I never really noticed that on the
Good
Crowley
thing for
tower card until just today, where the little demiurge was in the
Like
corner.
straw.
Yeah, right?
I just noticed that, and I have that deck at home.
Looks good.
Is she like leaving? Or just taking a break? She's like, that's it. I'm not.
She's just like, that's it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
Irish
You're
goodbye.
right? Yeah, the Irish goodbye.
I don't know how to use this live. Oh, man. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the class. We're going to be doing a guided meditation soon. I'm just trying to figure this out, and hopefully we'll get back on shortly.
There was a couple of questions on TikTok.
All right, let's see. I could, the kind of meditation we do is it's a guided meditation, and it's basically, this is a Tarot Academy class. So we create an astral temple, and within that temple, it always changes. There's nothing scripted. We just kind of follow my intuition, and we basically go into an area that connects to whatever tarot cards we're learning. So that's what the guided meditation would be on. So I'll keep it on for that. So we're going to be going into it in about like 5 minutes, okay? Different frequencies? No, there's really no different frequencies. Basically, we'll have someone doing a Tibetan singing bowl in the background. We might do some vowel intonations before, and but there's no really like frequencies, but there's different vowel intonations we'll be doing, like oming or ra or ma. But a lot of it's visualization to help people to learn how to use their internal subconscious mind to travel places, to go to the astral realm. So give it a couple minutes and we'll start the guided meditation. Thank you. Excuse me. Yeah, we're live right now. Yep. People asking questions. Excuse me. You have any like incense or something?
Yeah. There's Palo in the black bowl, unless you want rose.
I could use Paulo.
Sure.
You have a lighter?
Yes, sure.
Thank you.
Yellow too, which represents
Yeah,
confidence.
excellent, excellent. Thank you.
What?
Let's see if it works.
If it works.
Excuse me, guys.
Put it on the grass.
At the cause.
It just causes an accident.
Yeah.
There's like a banana peel on somebody's windshield.
Oh god.
I'm just putting chest on myself. I'm gonna tell him what. Okay, yo. Don't tell him what's going on.
Who's that?
I know a lot of words. So
Sure.
I was like, say, I'm gonna tell Mike I do the garbage around the store.
Actually,
Yeah, okay.
We'll do mine out.
How's the downstairs coming along at Babylon?
Not coming at all.
Oh.
Yeah.
It happens with insurance.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Are ruins similar to tarot cards?
Runes?
Yeah.
It's actually it's an alphabet, so it's
I have runes on it.
it was used actually
Oh no, that's so cool.
before, like they would use it in obviously in countries that like Norsemen, right? But even before they adopted like the Latin alphabet, right? That's what we use, the Latin alphabet. There's some stones, even some stones in Minnesota that have some runes on it. The Kensington Runestone, which was said to be placed there by Knights Templars. So runes is actually used for divination and also for communication. Each rune means something. I'm not well versed in it, but I understand. I have some. I don't use it that much because whatever I like to use, I like to dive into it first so I can really understand it. But yeah, so it could be used for divination, if that answers your question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Isn't runes the one where it's like each symbol is correspondent to a certain sound of the mouth? So that way it's like when you shape a sentence with runes, it's like you're shaping it with the vowel sounds. I heard something about one of the ancient languages that they would use like each letter or character corresponded with a certain vowel sound.
It's a possibility because ancient Hebrew didn't have vowel sounds, so you had to really learn what it is. But vowel sounds, is just kind of like what puts it all together and stuff.
Yeah.
So you know how to pronounce them right. But let's clear our minds. Let's prepare to get into this meditative space. I consecrate this space with fire. Okay, so let's get comfortable. Have your hands on your lap, whatever you feel comfortable with. Let's start by taking 3 deep neutral breaths. So that's going to be in and out through your nose. So breathe in and breathe out. Let all the cares of the world go away. Breathe in and breathe out. And breathe in and breathe out. To clear our minds and hearts and prepare ourselves to enter into the Tarot Academy, Astral Temple, we're going to vibrate the name, the divine sound, Aum. We're going to do it 3 times, and we'll do it now. Inhale. Apapantos kakadamenos. We have now symbolically purified our minds and our hearts and prepared to enter into the astral temple of the Tarot Academy. We will start by descending into our subconscious mind. We'll do this by going down 10 steps. As we go down each step, you'll feel yourself getting lighter and lighter. As you go down the first step, you'll see a crown which represents the Kether, or the crown of the tree of life. This is also the crown of the emperor. Take that crown and place it on your head. As you go down to the second step and feel yourself getting lighter and lighter, you'll see the scepter of power and the orb. Take the scepter in your right hand and the orb in your left hand, and continue to descend into your subconscious mind. You are the emperor. You are the ruler of your life. As you go down to the third step, you see a triangle in front of you represents the trinity of thought, word, and action, the building blocks of creation. On the fourth step, you see a square or a cube, the symbol of manifestation. The fifth step, you see a pentagram, combination of the four elements and the quintessence, or the ether, the spiritual element. On the sixth step, you see the Star of David, or a hexagram, six-pointed star. At the seventh step, you feel your 7 chakras energized on your whole body. The eighth step, you see the infinity symbol above your head, as in the Magician card and in the Strength card. The ninth step, you see 3 triangles in front of you. And as you get to the last step in the base, you see a door in front of you. It is a red door. And painted in yellow is a symbol of Aries. If you dare, open the door and enter into the realm of Aries. As you enter into your empire, know that you are the emperor or empress. This is your kingdom. As you walk through in the distance, you see a ram. Follow this ram through the woods that lead to the base of the holy mountain. As you see the mountain in the distance, it's a nice, big, huge purple mountain. As the sun starts to set, and in the distance you see a big tower. And then the lightning flash. All your old illusions must be destroyed to clear the way so that you could enter the astral temple of infinite possibilities within your empire. In the distance, on the top of the mountain, you see the hermit holding out a lantern, guiding the way for you. Start to ascend the holy mountain. Feel the rocks and twists and turns as you go up. The sun has set already, so it is dark, so you need his light to guide you up. As you get up to the hermit, thank him for shining the way and follow him into the center of the holy mountain, which leads to the temple. As you follow him down the corridor, which is lit by torches, 4 torches to be exact, 2 on the left, 2 on the right. As you go further down, he takes you to the door of the temple. And the door is opened up to you because you are the emperor. As you go into the temple, you see the 4 fixed signs of the zodiac: Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, and Taurus. These are the fixed powers of the universe. In the center, on an altar, you see a flame in the shape of the Mars sigil. The hermit takes you to the east, and this time, there is no one in the east, but there is a throne. This is your throne. Take a seat in the throne and imagine yourself as the emperor. Feel the energy of stability, of power, of structure, of order, guided by the energy of Mars. To harmonize with this energy of Mars, we'll vibrate the name E-A-O. We'll do it 3 times, and we'll do it now. Inhale. E-A-O. This is a temple that you could visit anytime, and you could sit on the throne during the season of Aries to connect to that energy. If you need strength or willpower, determination, stability, you could come here easily. Just remember the way. Now, follow the hermit outside the temple. Go back up the corridor within the holy mountain, lit by the 4 torches. And as you get out, you see the sun starting to rise. It's a new sunrise of a new day. Thank the hermit and start to follow the ram down the holy mountain. Go back through the woods that lead to the door. And when you are ready, open the door and start to ascend back to sense reality. As you start to go up the steps, start to wiggle your toes and your fingers, move your neck around, prepare to come back to this reality. And when you are ready, open your eyes. Tetelestai. It is finished. It is done. This now concludes the tarot class. Thank you, everybody, for coming down.
Yeah, you want to flip the light?
Hope you guys enjoyed the meditation. Take care. Bye.
Anybody want to share? I know.
I was like, yeah.
I speak in frequency.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How is
yeah.
it?
I'm doing the harmonic egg.
Oh,
I
nice.
did you ever hear of it?
No.
It's in Port Jeff.
Harmonic
It's
egg.
literally
Yeah,
like a giant egg.
Okay.
And you sit in
Be the problem, Ken.
anti-gravity
You know what I'm
chair,
saying?
Okay.
and it just blasts you
Wow.
with frequency
That's what it was?
and sacred geometry and
Wow.
all
Yeah,
sorts
wow.
of stuff.
That's
Okay.
great.
You also can get hooked up to like, it's called biofeedback. And
Oh,
that's
really?
more
Yeah,
of
yeah,
this,
yeah,
like,
yeah. That's
yeah,
cool.
so the balls are just right through me. It's like a halo.
Ah, I love it. Awesome.
It guides
That's
me.
amazing.
Guides me.
Did you visualize? Did you see
Yeah,
yourself
yeah,
following? and stuff like that?
absolutely, yeah. And I've been doing these meditations. There's this one pineal gland meditation that I do. And
Oh, really?
I'm starting to see like it's neon purple. And it's actually like you can see it like forming and flowing.
Nice.
So yeah.
That's cool.
A little bit
That's
of
good.
it, like even when I was here.
That's the whole point of all of this is
Yeah.
to visualize, is
Yeah.
to like see things, you know, in your mind, to like practice. You do it more and more and more.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a muscle.
The more you do it, like the more vibrant it is.
Absolutely,
But
yeah.
it's funny because it's on the phone, and like I'm like the first time I saw it, I was like, let me try. Like I flipped the phone over. I
Mhm.
thought like something was like shooting at me, but
Yeah.
no, it's there.
Oh,
like
wow.
it's even if I meditate outside by the lake, like